Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today I'm very excited to present to you a new video, one that was supposed to be in the making a while. However, today I actually had time to create it and I promised that I would deliver it for you guys. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the hottest off-plan resale communities, specifically for villas in Dubai. And in today's video, we're going to give a brief introduction as to what this community is, what it has got to offer, what launches have already occurred, what we can expect from the future launches, what the resale market is doing right now, because that's also something that I mentioned, and the expected price for some of these villas on handover based on statistics for villas by the same developer in previous communities. So without further ado, everyone, let's dive straight into the Oasis by Emaar. Now, what is the Oasis? Well, the Oasis is Emaar's first ever true standalone villa community that is going to offer that lagoon-like luxury. Very similar to what it's embedded in Damak Lagoons and District 1. District 1 is already majority finished, so if you guys go to that community today, you will see exactly what the Oasis can exactly offer. Now, the Oasis was introduced in 2013 with expected 7,000 villas on a 100 million square foot plot. However, today, that number of 7,000 standalone villas has been reduced to 3,100. Now, why is that so special? Well, because it means that now there's a lot more free space and the plot sizes can also be increased by a lot. Now, when we also talk about the location of the Oasis, we understand that it is in Dubai land, situated right next to Damak Lagoons, situated right next to Remram. On the opposite side of Sheikh Hamdan Street, we've got Jumeirah Golf Estates and we have got Talal Al Gaf. And opposite Yalais Jebel Ali Road, we have also got the brand new community of Grand Polo, which is also Emaar's new standalone villa community. And below the Oasis, we have got Emirates Road, which is also a very big highway in the United Arab Emirates. So when we go back to the time of 2013, specifically September, Emaar decided to launch their first cluster, which was Palmyra, with 4 and 5 bedroom villas with an approximate plot of 8,000 square foot. And for the 4 bedrooms, we had the starting built up area of 5,800 all the way up to 6,200, coming with your very own private pool, private elevator, driver's room, maid's room, and it's a G+2 with a very, very big plot sizes, with some of these villas looking onto Lagoon with an original price of just starting at 9 million for the premium villas. Now, when you take that into the consideration with the price per square foot on the plot, that is roughly 1,200. And when you take a look at today's market, 1,200 for a 9 million price tag for a 4-bedroom villa with a price per square foot 1,200, coming with the quality that Emaar is going to deliver for this type of special community, you can tell that this is a very good price per square foot and what the developer has to offer. Even if you go look at a 4-bedroom in Meadows, which obviously is a very good location, you will see that this price is now, compared to what the OP was for Palmyra, is obviously a lot more. And when we talk about the sizing of the Oasis, Dubai Hills, to give you a perspective, is 112 million square foot. We've got townhouses like Maple, standalone villas like Sidra, and we have got the Acacia apartments, etc. We have got so many apartments in Dubai Hills. All of that is 112 million square foot, which even a lot of people are considering to be a very, very big community. So just take into consideration of Dubai Hills and think of what the Oasis is going to be like, because it's approximately the same size, offers full exclusivity, big plots, lagoons, absolutely amazing facades, private elevator, everything that a luxury individual would want in their home. The Oasis is bringing to life with all the amenities like paddle courts. We've got dog walking parks, we've even got souks, right? We're also going to hopefully have a school, mosque, practically all the basic amenities that you have, but also a lot of green space that a lot of people are dismissing. Emaar is also planning to plant a lot of trees, not the same amount like in the acres or the wilds where it's supposed to be a full forest community, but a lot of people are also underlying that factor. They think it's only going to be a lagoon community. Now, when we go back to Emaar's first launch, Palmyra had 3 different types, which were classical, Camford, and contemporary. Now, for the 4-beds, the classical were the smallest on the built-up area with 5,840 approximately, going up to the biggest, which is contemporary, roughly 6,300. And for Palmera 5-beds, they're anywhere from 7,700 all the way up to 8,600, with the biggest yet again being contemporary style. And after Palmera 1, which were released of 265 villas, we had Mirage. Now, Mirage were 5 and 6 bedroom villas. Then after that, we had Palmera 2 and Palmera 3. Now, Palmera 2 and Palmera 3 were not as premium because they were only 4-bedroom standalone villas, but also because they don't really offer a lagoon. In fact, in Palmera 2, you will see a little bit of a tiny lagoon slash lake, but in Palmera 3, that is completely diminished. There's absolutely no lagoon whatsoever. They are not as premium, which is why they are actually not reselling for a lot. And the standard for classical, chamfered, and contemporary were carried out for all the villas except the Levita mansions, which, by the way, were starting prices of 39 million dirhams approximately. And these are 6 and 7 bedroom mansions. These ones have got types which are called Naya, Faya, Ayana, and Aman. So everything is applicable regarding the 3 types, classical, chamfered, and contemporary, except for the Levita mansions. And in 2025, February, March area, we also had the launch of Address and the Palace villas, which were roughly 1,000 villas in total. Address, I think, had around 480 and Palace had 526. So that equates to 1,000. So when we talk about modern day Oasis and what's happening, we had roughly 1,700, if not a little bit more, a little bit higher, units being launched. And when we talk about the future as to what the Oasis has to offer, we have more clusters to come. And in fact, we have more mansions, shall I say, that are also going to come. And if you see a little bit of the master plan in Emaar Sales Center, you will see exactly which type of mansions I'm talking about. Of course, we don't have information about these, but these ones are going to be very special. So now that we have talked about the Oasis, what's included inside of the Oasis, what has been launched, it's also very important for us to talk about what's currently happening in Oasis right now. And the hottest resale that is occurring in Oasis, as you would have guessed, is Palmera 1. Now, the reason why Palmera 1 is so hot and the reason why there's so many, let's say, resales occurring is because of the fact that it is creeping closer to handover, which is in Q4 of 2027. However, a lot of homeowners have said that Emaar is expecting to hand these units even earlier, even hoping to anticipate of Q1 of 2027, which would be very, very big news. And when we take a look at the resale market for Palmera 4-beds in particular, which are the highest in transactions, we see that the OP was roughly 9 million, and now they are reselling for 11.5 million with a capital appreciation of 25%. In fact, I'm going to show everything here on screen at the minute so you guys can see everything that I'm talking about. I'm going to open up my tab here and you are going to see what I mean. So I'm going to also show it here for the users on the screen in case they cannot see the TV behind me. But I'm going to select the 4-beds and I'm just going to select a random villa that was sold, transacted actually a few days ago, which was on August 21st here. We see that the OP was 9.8 million and just has been sold for 11.5 million. And you guys can see here on the screen regarding the capital appreciation, all the ones that have been resold so far, the minimum you will see 16% and the maximum you'll see 17%. And this is just in the last 3 months alone, which gives you a perspective as to why so many investors are rushing to get villas like these. Yet again, you are talking about big plot villas, big built-up area villas for a 4-bedroom that comes with everything that is demanded whenever a person actually buys a luxury villa. Because now in Dubai, we see that there is such low supply in villas that luxury people actually demand. And when Emaar came with this community, they made sure it would be extremely low dense, extremely big, very big plot sizes, all the amenities that you need, and it's coming with that lagoon lifestyle for such a low price per square foot. I mean, literally, if you go look at what even in Salal Al Gaf, some of these Alai beach mansions are going for, you will see the price per square foot is through the roof. If you go to District 1, you will see the price per square foot through the roof. And this is why the Oasis, specifically for investors, is one that they are choosing. And in fact, I'm going to show also Kaya in Arabian Ranches 3, what it has been transacting like just for the 4 beds. Now, Kaya is located in Arabian Ranches 3, and I'm going to show now the price per square foot, what it's increased like just on handover. And what you guys see is that close to June is when Kaya actually handed over, and the price per square foot literally jumped from 6 months, from 1,180 roughly to 1,400, which is roughly 15 to 20%, give or take, in capital appreciation, which goes to show that when Emaar products do actually deliver or do actually decide to hand over, the price per square foot actually jumps because there's a lot more mortgage buyers in the market right now that are able to see what the community is like when the units are handing over. There is a lot more competition with buyers when they want these type of units, these premium units that offer everything that they want: greenery, big plots, private elevator, comes with your very own pool. Even some of them come with basements, but not for the 4 beds Palmera. When they see this, they are going to start competing with each other, which is why sellers, in this case, that were then investors, are able to increase the price. And when we talk about this as well, the equity growth for villas alone this year has been absolutely tremendous. I mean, we can just go here for a generalized. In the past, from 2024 to 2025, the price per square foot for all villas, regardless off-plan or secondary, has increased by 11.7%, whereas apartments has increased by whoppily 4.6%, which goes to show yet again that the demand to supply ratio for villas and townhouses, particularly in this case only standalone villas, is so much higher of that out of apartments. And that's also because we see such few very good off-plan villa launches every single year. And this is why when you speak to any investor that is holding in Palmera, they're either looking to resell it on handover or they are looking to keep it to actually live in it because of what the community has to offer. And now when we talk about the future, of course, there are going to be future launches. We can expect that the price per square foot, of course, is going to increase because Emaar is going to do this since they want to reward the investors that invested firstly in Palmera, because this is what developers do to initially reward, yet again, their investors for purchasing earlier on. Now, what can we expect in 2030? We can expect majority of the community to be finished, since by that time also the Address and Palace villas, which, by the way, Palace was the first branded villa by Emaar right now in this community. So they are also going to bring top luxury from their side to make sure they understand, or not only understand, but also meet the requirements for a lot of end users and investors once this community fully hands over. By then, we would have seen the price per square foot jump because the fact that the community has now fully matured, or almost very fully matured, because if you just wait until 2027 for Q4, then you will most likely only be stuck with Palmera. However, of Q2 of 2028, that is when we're also going to see Mirage handover, which yet again were 5 and 6 bedrooms. So all in all, this community is one to watch out for. It's definitely a favorite by investors. If you would like to know more information about the Oasis or even regarding the Palmera 4 beds, I have also created a little investment analysis regarding Palmera 4 beds and what the conservative value could be on handover based on Emaar's previous communities, the price per square foot jump right now that is occurring, which is roughly 17 to 20% from the OP value, and how we can use that to calculate the conservative value on handover, which I'm not going to reveal the price here because that would ruin the whole purpose. But if you want your copy of that, you can contact me on my WhatsApp. It's in the description, extremely easy to locate. Just text me that you've watched this video and that you will like your copy, and just please make sure that you also provide your full name so I can share it over to you as a PDF. And without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you could, please hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so that you are alerted whenever I upload a future video. And without further ado, guys, if you have a question, my WhatsApp is in the description down below. And thank you yet again for watching this video.
Imagine a world of luxury and serenity, where exclusivity is the norm. A place where you can live healthy, happy, and stress-free. A home that offers you the ultimate in comfort, elegance, and sophistication. Where you can experience the epitome of indulgence, away from the hustle and bustle of the city, closer to the source of all life. Surrounded by inspiring views of the landscape, sky, and crystal waters. Sceneries that are nothing short of breathtaking. Open spaces for uninterrupted pleasure. Imagine a home brought to you by the world's finest architects, with interiors created by the most famous designers. A home where you can have the leisure of time, the opulence of place, precious moments to live, and treasured memories to create. Care in the smallest detail, harmony in every aspect. The Oasis by Emaar. Immerse in pure luxury.